Luke McConnell live sound assessment part 1.
James Hanvey live sound assessment part 1.
Okay, got 30.
Is that as high as it'll go?
Just to get a bit of a move on really. You're going to get this balloon 20 that you've got. Work with purpose. Carry on, make sure you're getting everything else gathered in as quick as possible. Yeah, so it goes to the yellow output. So if we follow that up, where are the main outputs on the desk? Okay, so we've got to connect these to 2 outputs on the multi-core, and then you can connect the multi-core onto the front of our speakers. So this is the multi-core. So which ones are you going to use on here?
The open ones.
So put that down for now, you're not going to need that. Okay, so what we're trying to do at the minute is get the signal out the desk. So D and C. So D is going to be left, C is going to be right. Bit of a confusing way of doing it, but that's fine, it's going to work. So now look, if we take our cable and we come down to the multi-core, what's this connected to already? Let's follow that cable down. A, right, okay. So what would be a common sense thing to do back up at your desk?
Change the right to an A.
Which is that? Is that left or right?
Right. Oh, left.
So change your left to A. You got there in the end. Good. But then what else might be a nice, neat and tidy, safe thing to do? Okay, you've got the other speaker over there. Okay, so Luke, if you just come here a minute. So what we're missing was from here, we've got our outputs connected, we've got our inputs connected, and put your both back into 8. Stick it into 8, that's the other one that we put in, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, to B, very good. So, this is the last thing we need, that's absolutely fine. Okay. So then, James, the last thing that we're going to need to connect in there as well is our little talkback microphone. So, I'll give you that, and there should be a little mini excellent. Yeah, just make sure you read the desk. Right, so that's all of your connections made. So together, first of all, look, if you grab hold of that, can you just set the level on that properly between you and just use it to check your front of house left and then your front of house right speaker, and then I'll separate you off and get you to do some little tests on your own. Okay? So how do we set the level on that? So you're working on channel 11.
You put it into PFL.
Brilliant. Okay, so I'll get it unmuted. 1 2 1 2. Put it into PFL. Okay. 1 2 1 2 1 2. So set the level on there properly. 1 2 1 2. So now just check one at a time. 1 2 1 2. Working.
Yep.
Switch that for the right hand side. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay. So your front of house is working. You've set up your talkback. So now can you route this signal out to my monitor speaker? How would you do that? 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Just check out. Oh, 1 2. Yeah, that's. Keep that down. 1 2. Just check R5. Turn the power on that, James. 2 1 2 1 2. Brilliant. Okay, so that's working as well. Fantastic. Okie dokie. Gone for overhead left. Now, what kind of a microphone is that?
It's condenser mic.
Okay, what do condenser mics need to work? You get the tough one. Okay, so they need phantom power.
Phantom power.
Fantastic, I thought you knew. Okay, so which channel are we on? We're on overhead left, it should be on 3, so are we getting any level on that channel? So you might, yep, just turn the gain, see if that helps it along. So it might be an idea, just, yep, okay, brilliant. So that's working. So swap around now. James, if you can come up here, and then Luke, if you can just go. Love how quietly they all clap. There we go. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. So there's 2 in there, I think. Let me just separate them out. Look. There we go. Go about tuning the room how you would. Almost told you what to do then. Okay, so what do you need to do first before you go down to the graphic?
Need to make sure it's in PFL.
So what are we doing when we tune the room? We're trying to push it, aren't we, into feedback so we can then try and eliminate that feedback. So how are we going to push this channel into feedback? So it's this channel we're working on, number 8.
That's fine.
Okay,
And you turn it up to start.
so back it off a tiny bit there, brilliant. Okay, and then,
Yep.
so then we go onto our graphic, yeah?
Yeah.
Switched on. And then what are you looking for here?
You're looking for any like feedback, and if it's like if you hear something, just kill that band.
Yep.
And then maybe if it's just like a little bit, you just put it down. A
Okay,
little bit.
so go through, try and work as quick as you can. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yep. Fantastic, thank you very much. Feedback and then just back it off a tiny bit, and then so don't touch your graphic until you've got to that point. So be a little bit more delicate if you can. So so just back it a tiny bit. That'll be fine. So now what do we do?
Move some down.
Okay, how are we going to find which bands are most likely to feedback? We need to essentially add more energy into this system somehow.
So do we move it up?
Okay, so try it.
Move all of them or just some?
Just one at a time, because you need to isolate the bands, don't you? So if you push that right up to the top. Okay, so I would leave your gain, because otherwise you might be pushing it into feedback when it's not necessarily prone. Okay.
That's not it. That's fine.
So I'd get your hand off the gain up there, look. So you should just be working on your graphic really now.
Okay.
Okay, so let me... Yep. So now if you work through the bands one at a time. Okay, so if it doesn't feed back, do we need to eliminate it?
Need to turn it back up.
No. So leave your gain now. So as you work through this now and turn your bands up one at a time, you
Yeah.
should quickly hear kind of which ones are going to feed back and which ones aren't. Okay. Very good. Talk into it, and I just want you to set the level properly on that channel. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, happy?
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep.